What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL. Shout out to the DFS squad. Shout out to everybody watching this video right now. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, I'm giving $50 away to one of my YouTube followers on Sunday. All you gotta do is comment something down in the comment section and I'll be randomly choosing a commenter at the end of the week. As you guys know, back when I first started doing these videos, I used to always drop the videos in the morning. I'm going back to that today because I wanted to make sure I got more research in, got some sleep in me, some coffee in me. Okay, and it's time to go ahead and get it straight into the high five. Make sure this is fire for you guys. I know a lot of the NBA only players are trying out MLB today. Shout out to you guys. Trust me, you're going to love it. MLB is the shit. Once NBA is over, you're not really going to miss it too much. Once you get heavy into MLB, that's how I was at least. All right, let's go ahead and get straight into this, man. At pitcher, I'm going Jose Berrios. At home, going against the White Sox. He has a good history versus the White Sox, man. Last year, he got 31, 19, and 38 against them. In 3 games against the White Sox, 8 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts, and 11 strikeouts. So he puts these White Sox batters down. The White Sox lineup hasn't really changed at all. Berrios is at home in Minnesota, which is it's like middle of the road when it comes to pitcher friendly, but it's a good little place to play. Chicago's only hitting a 120 batting average versus Jose Berrios. And Berrios averages a lot more DraftKings points when he's at home in Minnesota. So fire up Jose Berrios against this White Sox offense. I love him at 11,000. He is the best pitcher on the board by far, in my opinion. Next pitcher I'm going with, Gio Gonzalez. Now, one thing about Colorado is they're not the same Colorado team when they're on the road. Okay, that's just known. The only negative here in this situation is the wind's blowing out 14 miles per hour. But here's the thing. Colorado's only hitting a 240 average versus Gio Gonzalez. Colorado strikes out 22% of the time versus lefties. So I love Gio Gonzalez, man. He's not a guy that is going to blow you away with his numbers, but he's a guy that can get you a very good amount. Like he's a solid floor guy. You know, he's going to get you about 15 at minimum. He's not going to blow you away and get 50, but he's a guy that can get a good average for you. And against this Colorado team that just got into a fight yesterday, a lot of guys are worried about whether they're going to be suspended or not. I don't think any guys are going to be suspended for this game, not yet, but in a few days it's going to rain down, and a lot of those guys are going to, at least a few of them. I know Arenado for sure is going to be suspended, so keep an eye out for that. I know a lot of those guys are going to have that on their brains. I think Gio will pitch a nice little gem here at 10-1. Next up, at first base, I'm going with my man, Lucas Duda, at home in Kansas City. The wind is blowing out to left field at 16 miles per hour. That is heavy wind. That's going to carry a lot of these balls out of the park, guys. Trust me, one of my favorite stacks of the day, with weather included and the matchup, is Kansas City. I love stacking up Kansas City, and I really want to give Berrios some backup and stack up Minnesota against Giolito. Giolito, the pitcher for the White Sox, he only strikes out 15% of the lefties he faces and 14% of the righties. So, in general, he doesn't strike people out, okay? People make contact on the ball against him. So stack up Minnesota, stack up Kansas City. But yeah, Lucas Duda, we all know what type of power he has. He crushes righties, okay? He has a 260 ISO and a 361 WOBA versus righties. So I absolutely love Lucas Duda. Lock him in at 3,500. At third base, I'm going to go Mike Moustakas. Another Kansas City guy in this lineup, man. With that wind blowing out, it's going to be hard for that ball not to fly out, especially when one of these power hitters gets a hold of it. One of these two guys, if not both, will homer today. Okay, one of these two, if not both, will hit home runs today. So at 4,100, Mike Moustakas going against the Tropiano guy of LA at home in Kansas City. That wind blowing out. Moustakas has seen this pitcher at 3 at-bats, so no big sample size, but he's got a 667 batting average, a 600 WOBA, so he's getting on base versus him. He's got a good little history versus him, so this is a good little situation for him. Wind blowing out big time. We all know Mike kills righties as well, so lock in both those Kansas City boys. And in the outfield, I'm going to give you guys a cheap option that his price is just criminal. Okay? His price is absolutely ridiculous. Eddie Rosario at 2,900. Okay, this guy has been hitting about 4th or 3rd in the batting order. He hits in a prime spot of this Minnesota batting order. It's a lefty on righty matchup against a pitcher who doesn't strike guys out. Okay, this is a great thing. Okay, Rosario also has a great history versus Giolito. In the last 3 at bats, the 3 at bats that he's faced him, because he hasn't faced him much. Giolito's not a guy who's been in the league long. In the 3 at bats, he's got a home run. Okay, so Eddie Rosario is a great option here at 2,900. Expect him to do big things at that salary. He is my favorite value by far of the day. And yeah, man, I'm locking in Eddie Rosario, 29, best value against Giolito. Rosario hits a 222 ISO and a 341 WOBA versus righties, and Giolito gives up a big ISO to lefties. So this is a perfect situation for Rosario to possibly hit a little dinger at 29. So lock them in, and that's it, guys. Jose Berrios, Gio Gonzalez, Lucas Duda, Mike Moustakas, and Eddie Rosario is the high 5. Go to greenlightdfs.com to get your hands on that MLB cheat sheet. Get an upper hand on the competition. Make sure you're joining single entry double ups, guys. Nothing changes because sports changes. Play those double ups with MLB, man. Easy money. Like and subscribe to the channel down below. Comment anything in the comment section. And I'm out. greenlightdfs.com. Peace.